Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, has introduced us to some of the most powerful and awe-inspiring characters in anime history. But who stands above the rest as the strongest of them all? From demon slayers who wield immense Nichiren blades to demons with seemingly invincible powers, we're ranking the top 10 mightiest warriors in the series. 10. Muichiro Tokito. Muichiro is the youngest Hashira, coming in at a mere 14 years old. Despite his age, the Mist Hashira is extraordinarily powerful when it comes to slaying demons. After watching his twin brother Yorichi die at the hands of a demon, Muichiro grew a deep-rooted hatred for all demons. His rage and apathetic armor work as the very fuel he needs to be one of the strongest Hashira. Muichiro has been praised by many of the older Hashira for his natural talent and impressive displays. Usually, it takes many years of training to become a Hashira, but Muichiro claimed the title after just a couple of months. Not only was he able to kill a demon before he was even a Hashira, but Muichiro was also able to turn his Nichiren sword red while fighting Kokushibo. There's no doubt that Muichiro is deserving of being at the 10th spot on this list. 9. Guu Tomoka. Guu Tomoka is a lone wolf, preferring to finish his battles without wasting his breath on his opponents. He's also the first Hashira that viewers meet. He is present shortly after Nezuko is turned into a demon. The Water Hashira first reveals the extent of his martial prowess against Rui, using a personal technique known as the 11th form, Dead Calm. This devastating ability is apparently powerful enough to eviscerate the lower moons. Several fights have proven Gyu's exceptional willpower, especially when he faces Muzan near the end of the story. The Water Hashira is more than capable of defeating the upper moons, but he requires Tanjiro's help to take Akaza down. 8. Sanam Shinazugawa. The Wind Hashira is a living tornado, initially displaying his mettle during a friendly match against Guu Tomoka. He is also the older brother of Genya, another demon slayer. Sanami's abilities are nothing short of extraordinary, as shown when he wipes the floor with a horde of medium-level demons in the Infinity Castle arc. His breathing style and movement make many demons an easy victory. In fact, Kokushibo himself praises Sanami's combat versatility, but with a small caveat: the Wind Hashira is sorely limited by his human form. Sanami's most impressive feature, however, is his agility. His movements are so rapid that they're almost indistinguishable from teleportation. He's arguably on par with the strongest Hashira in Demon Slayer. 7. Akaza. Akaza's greatest claim to fame in Demon Slayer is defeating Kyokuro Rengoku, not to mention all the other Hashira he has killed over the past century or so. Rengoku is among some of the strongest characters in this entire series, so killing Rengoku was no small feat. His self-healing potential is awe-inspiring, given that he can regenerate his own decapitated head. In fact, it is revealed that Akaza's combat perception was highly developed long before he became a demon. The number 3 upper-ranked demon relies as much on strategy as strength. He refuses to underestimate his opponents, making him a truly fearsome foe. Akaza is nothing less than one of the strongest characters in Demon Slayer. 6. Doma. Doma is one step above Akaza in number, but his power level is exponentially greater. Doma effortlessly crushes both Kane Kocho and Shinobu Kocho, the previous and current insect Hashira of the Demon Slayer Corps. Doma's highly intricate blood demon art is the source of his strength. Aside from strength alone, Doma's flirty and arrogant personality make him all the more sinister. His Muhyo, Suiren Bosatsu, pays a twisted homage to the Bodhisattva concept. Doma wields his trademark cryokinesis with near-perfect accuracy, employing a range of ice-based techniques for both offense and defense. This number 2 upper moon might be overly arrogant, but there's no doubting his overpowered arsenal. The only reason he's even able to be defeated is due to Shinbo having injected herself with ghastly levels of toxin in preparation for her getting killed by him. 5. Gyomei Himejima. Gyomei is widely believed to be the most powerful Hashira alive, surpassing his comrades in terms of endurance, martial skills, and more importantly, patience. He is also the oldest Hashira, which grants him wisdom in the face of battle. Gyomei rarely attacks without evaluating all the outcomes available to him at any given time. His preferred fighting style, the Kusarigama Jutsu, incorporates the traditional Kusarigama rather than the Nichiren blades used by other demon slayers. Further, Gyome's stone breathing generates enough power to force demons as overwhelming as Kokushibo on the back foot. The stone Hashira is the strongest character in the Demon Slayer core. 4. Kokushibo. Kokushibo stands atop Muzan's macabre hierarchy and answers to none other than the Demon King himself. Having survived for hundreds of years, Kokushibo's combat prowess and battle wisdom have grown beyond the understanding of ordinary human beings. Even the Hashira tremble before his uncontrollable bloodlust. Considering he's ranked so highly next to Muzan, it's no surprise that his kit of abilities is overpowered. Kokushibo has mastered total concentration breathing, which is when the user expands their lungs and put that extra oxygen towards enhancing different parts of their body. Despite putting up a fierce fight, Kokushibo eventually squeezes every ounce of energy from Gyome and Sanemi. In addition, the number 1 upper moon's crescent moon blades are practically impossible to evade. Kokushibo is easily one of the most powerful characters in Demon Slayer. 3. Tanjiro Kamado. Tanjiro's birth heralds a new era for humankind, although the boy is blissfully unaware of the fate that's about to befall him. He first tastes the bitterness of reality when his mother and siblings are massacred by an unknown assailant, later revealed to be Muzan. Tanjiro is ridden with guilt and promises to earn Nezuko's forgiveness for his inability to protect her. His diamond-hard skull might be advantageous in certain situations, but he doesn't need to resort to headbutting after he unlocks the long-lost art of sun breathing. Despite his young age, Tanjiro can be considered the strongest demon slayer still alive in the story. Tanjiro has undeniable determination and passion. Pair that with his fast learning and foundational strength, and Tanjiro is hard to truly best. 2. Yorichi Sugikuni. Yorichi Sugikuni deserves the honor of being the strongest demon slayer to ever exist. Unlike other great warriors, who may or may not acquire their demon slayer marks later in life, Yorichi was born with it. Furthermore, this character single-handedly invented the original sun-breathing style. While he lived more than 500 years ago in terms of the Demon Slayer timeline, he is known as a legendary demon slayer. Yorichi later blends it with his prodigious swordsmanship to create attacks that very few demons can avoid, let alone dodge, parry, or block. Much like Voldemort's innate fear of Dumbledore in Harry Potter, Muzan is terrified of Yorichi because the latter is arguably the only person in the world capable of annihilating the Demon King. Yorichi might not be in the fight against Muzan, but his breathing style was passed into the Kamado family. Tanjiro faces off against Muzan with the spirit of Yorichi, one Muzan Kabutsuji. Despite Yorichi's inhuman strength, he was never a demon, which made him vulnerable to the passage of time. On the other hand, Muzan's eternal youth, immortality, and biokinesis made him all but invincible. Muzan originated as the first demon during a medical mistake. Thus, he began to grow his empire of demons around him. The scope of the Demon King's power includes a vast array of interwoven abilities and techniques, any of which can take down even the strongest Hashira. If that's not overpowered enough, Muzan is capable of controlling and manipulating demon physiology with molecular precision. Taking on this villain in a one-on-one fight is a fool's errand. Concerted efforts by powerful individuals can potentially make a difference, but even the strongest Hashira in Demon Slayer can't compare to Muzan's power. So, there's no denying that Muzan is the strongest character in Demon Slayer. And there you have it, our top 10 strongest Demon Slayer characters. Whether they're slicing through demons, headbutting their way to victory, or just vibing with their OP powers, these characters make Demon Slayer a whirlwind of epic battles and unforgettable moments.